What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Infamous Ghost Money, and let's get right into it with this week's fraud news flash. Social engineering scams strike again. William and Ave Bortz, an elderly couple from Poway, California, were recently defrauded of their life savings of nearly $700,000 after falling victim to a fake Amazon email scam.
I was not brought up to believe that people will lie with that level of bad faith.
According to an August 25th article by Melissa Masija of ABC News San Diego, the elderly couple received a fugazi Amazon purchase confirmation email indicating $1,500 of purchases was completed on their account and was being shipped to an address that they knew nothing about. Obviously alarmed from what appeared to be a legit email from Amazon, they would contact a 1-866 Amazon customer service number that they saw on the email in an attempt to get the issue fixed. From this point, the Bortzes would get in contact with an Amazon rep who would request remote access to their PC, which the couple felt was totally normal.
Because my husband had always fixed it from San Diego to LA, so he was used to seeing his computer remote accessed.
The scammer would direct them to a phony Amazon webpage, which now showed that the $1,500 in fake charges had now changed to a whopping $200,000. They would then be instructed by the scammer, in order to get their money back, they would have to synchronize the refund server with Amazon. Hold up, what? Anyway though, the couple will be informed by the Zogod Amazon rep that in order for this synchronization to happen, they would have to wire $200,000 to the Amazon Recovery Center. And just like that, over the course of several days, this scammer Amazon rep would get this poor elderly couple to wire over $690,000 from their Chase bank accounts to foreign accounts in Hong Kong and China. Once the couple caught on that they were scammed, they would attempt to go to Chase Bank and report the issue, but unfortunately, the bank would not reimburse them for their losses.
Chase's reaction is not our fault. You were a willing participant in the whole thing, and we don't owe you a dime.
They would end up filing a lawsuit against Chase Bank for elder abuse, calling out that the bank reps that helped them should have asked more questions before completing the transaction. However, that case would be dismissed, but is currently in the appeals process. Now, I said it before, folks, and I'm gonna say it again. Hide your grandma, hide your grandpa, and hide your great-grandparents, because these fraudsters is robbing everyone out here. Moving on to other news. September 1st, 2022, 4 alleged Maryland fraudsters are facing federal charges in an alleged business email compromise scheme involving over $4 million in fraudulent bank transactions. Raisa Caselli, Damalio Ojo, Victor Ojo, and Jamilia Thompson were involved in a scheme in which they would use stolen personal information to fraudulently apply for business EIN numbers and open accounts at various institutions that they would then proceed to load up with stolen checks and fraudulent wires. Now, this posse was definitely on a get rich or go to prison try-in mission, because according to the case paperwork, from between April 2016 to May 2019, the accounts these alleged fraudsters would open up would receive multiple wire transfers and ACH deposits from businesses who were victims of business email compromise scams, as well as deposit multiple stolen and altered business checks. Such as on April 26, 2016, Victor Ojo would allegedly set up a business account using stolen information and deposit a stolen altered check for nearly $200,000. Or such as on May 1st, 2019, he would open up a business account that would receive 3 fraudulent wires totaling over $650,000. Sheesh. Now, although their alleged scheme had a good 3-year run, they would leave tons of evidence behind in the process, which law enforcement would uncover, tying the posse right back to the crimes. Some of the sloppy work that these alleged fraudsters did included using their genuine identification and address many times when they opened fraud business accounts, and when they did use fake IDs, they would place their own pictures on the IDs, which would later easily be matched right back to them. Their personal emails and iCloud accounts would be searched, and it would be discovered where they communicated openly about their frauds and exchanged stolen information. And of course, we can't forget about good old bank surveillance capturing them on numerous occasions processing fraud transactions. But remember folks, these are all allegations. They are innocent until proven guilty. Next up, Florida fraudster Timothy Howard Buchanan was convicted at trial for financial fraud, aggravated identity theft, and possession of stolen mail on September 1st, 2022. According to the case docs, back on February 23rd, Buchanan, along with his two co-defendants, Tyreek Crawford and Jalecia Robinson, would be pulled over while they was hotboxing the whip for a traffic stop due to the tints on the car they was driving being too dark. When officers would approach the vehicle the posse was in, they would pick up a strong scent of ammonia and eventually would notice that the crew had marijuana in the car. This would lead to a search of the vehicle, and it would be uncovered that this group of stoners was running an entire check fraud operation. Officers would discover multiple driver's licenses that did not belong to any one of them, as well as multiple fake and altered checks that ended up totaling over $300,000. Now you know that had to blow their high. Anyway though, the crew would be interviewed and they all would admit that they were indeed running a check fraud scheme that involved stealing mail and using stolen personal information to cash checks at various locations. It would also turn out that Buchanan was not new to the check fraud game, because apparently he was also previously convicted for check fraud last year back in Florida. Considering all this, I'm not even sure why Buchanan would take this case to trial, but he would be found guilty and is scheduled to be sentenced in December. As for his co-defendants, they are scheduled to be sentenced later in September. In closing news, Lizzie Pugh from Michigan is accusing Fifth Third Bank of racism after they accused her of committing fraud when she went to open a savings account with her casino jackpot check. On April 11, Ms. Pugh, who is 71, would visit the Livonia Fifth Third Bank location with her $12,000 casino check that she had recently won while she was playing slots during a trip with her church. Ms. Pugh would state that the three white females that assisted her treated her like a straight-up criminal as they accused her of doing check fraud and even tried to take her check away from her. The nerve! Ms. Pugh would report feeling humiliated from the moment she walked into the bank and said the way she was treated by these bank employees was highly offensive and it was illogical to accuse her of doing fraud. Fifth Third Bank would end up releasing a statement saying, "From our review of the claims, we believe our employees' actions have been misinterpreted. That said, we regret Ms. Pugh has come away feeling mistreated from her interactions at our branch, as our employees' actions were consistent with our process and the dual goals of serving our customers while also preventing potential frauds that can victimize both the bank and our customers." So if treating black banking customers like fraudsters is part of their normal process, I can guarantee you I will never, nor do I recommend any other black person, set up a bank account or keep their bank accounts open with such an institution. I'm just saying. Ms. Pugh will file a lawsuit against the bank on August 29th, so Fifth Third just may have given her a real jackpot win with this totally smooth move that their employees just did. And if you ask me, these banking employees really need to get their biases in check. Real talk, because that ain't cool. But that's your fraud news flash for this week. I hope you found some value or you were entertained by the video. If you were, remember to hit that like button, y'all. We've officially crossed 25,000 subscribers. So shout out to all the subs that have been rocking with the ghost since the mud, you heard? Every like, comment, and view goes a long way in keeping my content active in the algorithm. So once again, remember to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and also subscribe to the channel to add some quality, informative, and entertaining content to your YouTube timeline and stay one step ahead of these fraudsters. Alright, peace.